Security Officer Zekthor had seen many peculiar things during his 15 cycles aboard the Interstellar Research Station, Kepler 9, but nothing quite prepared him for what he discovered during his routine inspection of Section 7 Delta. The human technician, Marcus Chen, sat at his workstation with his usual calm demeanor, fingers dancing across holographic interfaces as he calibrated the station's neural network protocols. Everything appeared normal until Zekthor's thermal sensors detected 3 distinct heat signatures clustered beneath Chen's desk. Human Chen. Zekthor's mandibles clicked with concern, his 4 eyes narrowing at the readings. My scanners indicate multiple life forms in unauthorized positions within your workspace. Explain immediately. Marcus glanced up from his work, seemingly unbothered by the security officer's imposing presence. Oh, them? They're napping. You should try it sometime, Zek. Might help with that stress reading I'm picking up from your biosignature. Zekthor's scales rippled with confusion, Zethonian expression that roughly translated to bewilderment, mixed with professional obligation. He crouched down, his armored frame awkward in the confined space, and peered beneath the desk. There, curled in an impossibly compact formation, were 3 of the station's most distinguished xenobiologists. Dr. Shalera, a Quillarian with feathers now fluffed in obvious contentment. Professor Kirin, whose crystalline lithoid body pulsed with a slow, peaceful rhythm, and Engineer T-Vex, a Voldari whose normally anxious tentacles lay completely still. This is unprecedented, Zekthor stammered. These are senior staff members. Why are they compressed beneath your furniture in states of dormancy? Marcus saved his work and swiveled his chair to face the security officer fully. They were exhausted. We've been pulling double shifts for the nebula mapping project. I suggested they take a power nap. Power nap? Zekthor accessed his translation matrix, but the term yielded no logical results in any of the 47 languages in his database. Short sleep. 20 to 30 minutes. Humans do it to recharge during long work periods. Marcus gestured casually at the sleeping forms. Your species don't sleep during work cycles? Absolutely not. Zekthor's voice rose an octave. The Zethonian work protocol demands continuous consciousness for 18-hour shifts. We medicate to maintain alertness. To enter dormancy during duty hours is... He searched for the word. Unthinkable. Yeah, that sounds incredibly unhealthy, Marcus said flatly.
How's your cardiovascular system holding up?
Or whatever you have instead of a heart. Zekthor's scales shifted colors, a telltale sign that the human had struck an uncomfortable truth. The medical officer had indeed warned him about his elevated stress enzymes just last cycle. The efficiency metrics, Zekthor began, are probably garbage, Marcus interrupted, pulling up a holographic display. Check this out. I've been tracking our team's performance since implementing human rest protocols. Problem-solving speed increased by 34%. Error rates dropped by 41%. Creative solutions to engineering challenges tripled. The data scrolled before Zekthor's eyes, undeniable and meticulously documented. This cannot be accurate. Rest during work hours should logically decrease productivity. You'd think so, wouldn't you? Marcus stood and stretched, his joints making small popping sounds that made Zekthor flinch. But human evolution taught us something important. Our brains need downtime to process information, consolidate memories, and reset cognitive resources. We learned this the hard way, back on Earth. Sleep deprivation caused countless disasters. A soft chirping sound emerged from beneath the desk. Dr. Shalara's head poked out, her large eyes blinking slowly. Marcus, is it time already? 15 more minutes, Doc. I'm just explaining the concept to Zek here. Shalara yawned, revealing rows of tiny teeth. Oh, security officer. You must try this napping. I have not felt this mentally clear in weeks. The solution to the quantum entanglement problem we were stuck on simply appeared in my mind during the dormancy period. Professor Kirin's crystalline form hummed softly, still processing information even in sleep, but at a restful, restorative frequency rather than the frantic pace Zekthor usually associated with the lithoid researcher. But regulations, Zekthor protested weakly. Station Commander Yulvex will never approve altering work protocols based on human customs. Marcus grinned. A human expression Zekthor had learned meant mischief or confidence, sometimes both. Commander Yulvex has been napping in his office for the past 3 cycles. Started after his insomnia got so bad he nearly vented Deck 12 by accident. I showed him the research. Now he's our biggest advocate. Zekthor's world tilted slightly. The commander? The rigid by-the-book Vortani officer who once made someone redo a report because the font was 0.3 points off standard? I don't believe... Feel free to check the security logs, Marcus said. Every day, 1,400 hours. His biosigns drop into rest patterns for exactly 30 minutes. Then he's sharp as a tack for the rest of his shift. Engineer T-Vex's tentacles stirred, and the Voldari emerged from beneath the desk with surprising grace. Security Officer Zekthor, she said, her voice carrying the musical quality her species was known for. I was skeptical, too. My people pride themselves on endurance, but the human concept of working smarter, not harder, has merit. Perhaps it is time our species learned from Earth's evolutionary wisdom. Zekthor stood there, his training warring with the evidence before him. 3 senior staff members, clearly healthy and content. Performance data that couldn't be fabricated. A commander who had apparently joined this quiet revolution. This is irregular, he finally said. Most good ideas are at first, Marcus replied. Look, Zek, you've been on duty for, 11 hours now? Your scales are doing that thing where they go gray at the edges. I asked Dr. Shalera what that meant. It's basically your body screaming for rest, it was true. Zekthor felt the familiar ache in his joints, the slight delay in his thought processes. He'd been attributing it to age, but perhaps, I cannot simply sleep at my station, Zekthor said, but his voice lacked conviction. Why not? Marcus patted the floor beneath his desk. Plenty of room. I've got a spare cushion. We humans love our cushions. 20 minutes, Zek, just try it. If you hate it, you can write me up for corrupting station personnel. The 3 xenobiologists watched with expectant expressions. Somewhere in his chemically enhanced mind, Zekthor knew he should refuse, should file a report, should maintain proper protocol. Instead, he found himself awkwardly folding his large frame, accepting the cushion Marcus offered, and settling into the dimly lit space beneath the desk. Just close your eyes, Marcus said softly, his fingers already returning to his work above. Let your mind drift. No thoughts of duty or regulation, just rest. Zekthor's eyes closed. The ambient hum of the station seemed softer here, peaceful. The warmth of his fellow nappers created a surprisingly comfortable environment. His breathing slowed. Perhaps, he thought, as consciousness began to fade, humans had figured out something important, something the rest of the galaxy had overlooked in their rush for efficiency and productivity. Perhaps sometimes the most productive thing one could do was absolutely nothing at all. When Commander Yulvex passed by Section 7 Delta an hour later, he saw Marcus Chen working diligently at his station. The commander smiled, a rare expression, and checked his chrono. Almost 1,400 hours. Time for his own nap. Under Chen's desk, 4 beings from 4 different worlds slept peacefully, united by a simple human wisdom. Everybody needs a break. And the galaxy was slowly learning that when humans said, try it, it was usually worth listening.